The following film is presented in its complete theatrical version. It was rated R by the MPAA and may not be appropriate for children under 17.
It's okay.
The magician. You stop the magician, then the act is over.
We don't want to be like what we respect. Bigger week. Good focus by our team. Obviously, the energy, the purpose, the focus is there, execution. I said at the beginning of the week, we're bringing our own.
It's not going to be easy. We got to take it.
I'll leave it at that.
It's not going to be easy. That's how you want it.
I'm a Raider. Raider, tell me about a Raider. All the down, all the stuff they do.
Vital. Raiders game to play.
I'm gonna tell you something. That defense was all over Patrick Mahomes yesterday. It was pretty incredible to watch.
We believe. They know what I said. I will. We will. I believe. We believe. God damn it, this is what the hell we do. This smoke talk and this talk on the Raiders goddamn
What it do, Raider Nation for life. What it do? It's your boy Dirty Man, back for another episode here in the garage, basement, whatever. Chilling out, hanging out. Didn't really want a whole lot of nothing tonight, you know what I mean? Just kind of going over a little bit of yesterday. I know we did that yesterday, last night on last night's show. But, picked up another edition today. We're definitely going to talk about that. But as always, 50 billion things on the face of the planet you could be doing. The fact that you allow me to grace your screen for any amount of time is greatly appreciated. More than I can verbally express. And I show enough appreciate that. You know what I mean? So, thank you, man. I appreciate that, Anthony, man. Thank you very much, man. I like this hat. You know what I mean? I copped this hat over at SoFi. I got this hat at SoFi. I was supporting one of the vendors that was walking around selling some hats. You know what I mean? So I copped it real quick. It cost a little bit of nothing. You know what I mean? It was a little bit of nothing. So we did get a corner today. And speaking of corners, I want to share something that Nate Hobbs posted on his IG. And I thought this was very classy of Nate Hobbs. I thought this was very respectable of Nate Hobbs. And in all honesty, players don't owe us a damn thing, man. Players don't owe us nothing, man. They don't owe us no explanation. They don't owe us no debt of gratitude. None of that. They don't owe us anything. You know what I mean? So, but for Nate Hobbs to take the time and put this out, and I'll read it out loud for you just in case, you know what I mean, you haven't seen it. Once upon a time, it says, Nate Hobbs Jr., Dear Raider Nation, once upon a time, you took a chance on a boy from Louisville, Kentucky, West End to be exact. He wasn't the biggest recruit, didn't have almost any hype coming out, was a nobody in the football world. But one thing he did have was heart. Got to have that heart. First off, I just want to thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ for the position he placed me in. I'm nothing without him. But secondly, I want to thank you, Raider Nation. Thank you for accepting me as your own. The love I received over the last 4 years has been overwhelming. I never ever thought a kid like me from Louisville would get a chance, like the chance I was given. Thank you for believing in me. Never in a million years would I have thought I'd be someone's favorite player. You guys made me feel special. I'll never forget. I love you all. It was a hell of a ride. Raider Nation is forever in my heart. Raiders! But look, he ain't have to do that, bro. He didn't have to do that, bro. You know what I mean? He didn't owe us that. He did not owe us that, not even in the least bit. But the fact that he took the time to write that, to put that out, I appreciate it, Nate. Nate Hobbs, I greatly appreciate that. And once a Raider, always a Raider, bro. You know, when you don't leave on bad terms, man, it's easy for us to accept you and love you. When you don't talk shit, once you leave, it's easy for us to accept you and still love you. We ain't gonna root for you. You know, don't get it wrong. We are not gonna root for you, especially if you got to play against us. But we respect you, we love you, and you know what? Go make the best of the opportunity you got now. You know, you did what you could do here. You've been given another opportunity. Let's hope that that fan base loves you and appreciates you. And if not, you could always take a pay cut and come on home. We're not going to pick up your contract, but you could always take a pay cut and come on home, man. You know what I mean? That's there always. You know what I mean? That's forever going to be there, man. You are welcomed, and welcomed to come through here. So we picked up a corner today, Eric Stokes from Green Bay. It's like we swapped corners. You know what I mean? It's like we swapped corners. Green Bay got the corner we had. We got the corner Green Bay had. That's crazy, ain't it? That's crazy, ain't it? He was like, oh, y'all just going to give up on me? Fine. I'm going to go to where y'all just got this player from. And I'm going to prove to y'all, I'm the shit. I'm still the shit. I'm forever going to be the shit. I like that. I like that. You know what I mean? I definitely like that. We can go ahead and remove that. Stop sharing. Let's bring the screen up. You know what I mean? I like that because this kid is going to play for something. He's going to play with a chip on his shoulder. He has heart. He definitely has heart. He's not a slouch. They don't play the same position. He's an outside guy. But hey, you know what I mean? It is what it is. We just got to see what the kid does now. We got to see how he performs. You know, he played out his rookie contract. That's a plus. You know, to me, that's a plus, bro. When you play out your rookie contract and the team don't give up on you, that's a plus. That is definitely a plus. Let me give me 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. I want to move this from here. I want to switch my screens around real quick. All right, that's better. That's better. All right, much better. All right, cool, perfect. Let me give you guys a little view. I got two things going on. So this is my other view. You know what I mean? This is my other view. This is what I'm working with every day. This is kind of how I move and I groove. You know what I mean? This is, you see it, you see it, you see it, you see it. All right, now that you just saw it, let's get back to the show. How are you guys feeling? You know what I mean? How are you guys feeling about the addition of Eric Stokes? It's hard to get rid of people like that, but sometimes we ain't gonna give you the amount you ask for. Sometimes best of luck wherever you go, and accept when you go, I guess. See, wow, no letters like that from Josh Jacobs. Actually, the opposite. Raider Nation is bigger than any GM, owner, head coach. It's to the fans. Yeah, you got to write your letter to the fans, man. You know what I mean? Hey, Anthony, appreciate that. Let me give my shots out real quick. Robert Pena, my guy in the building. What's good with you, brother? Blessings to you. B. Al in the building. Blessings, B. Al. Hope all is well. Anthony Estrada in the building. What's good with you, Anthony? Blessings to you, my man. Hope all is well. Who else we got in the building? Oh, I see my guy Raider Pete in the building. Blessings to you, Raider Pete. Blessings. Hope all is well. Nutty Raider Nate, my brother. What's good with you, man? Blessings to you. Hope all is well. Gam 110, my dude. What's good with you, man? Blessings to you. Hope all is well. Hope you're feeling lovely. Bruce Willis, what's good with you, man? Blessings to you, man. Hope all is well. Jeff Davis, what's good? Just dropping by. Hit my likes. Stay solid, my guy. I'm finna call it a night. I'll finish the vid in the AM for sure. For sure, Jeff. I sure enough appreciate that, man. I do. More than I could verbally express, man. I do appreciate that. Like I said, my show tonight isn't really about a whole lot. It's not like we made, great move or really any moves today aside from getting our corner. We have a couple of people that we're targeting, but that's not, that's just you could target all day. Twan, what's good with you, Brody? Blessings to you, man. Hope all is well. Hope you're feeling well. Hope you're feeling lovely. So we got X-Raiders landing deals, other places. What we did get two compensatory picks today, or compensatory, or whatever the fuck they call them. We did get two extra picks in the draft today. So that sounds good to me. I don't know how that sounds to you, but it definitely sounds good to me. He says Eric Stokes and Lonnie Johnson are both young, not splash signs, but needed. Hey, look, sometimes you don't need a splash, Raider Pete. You know what I mean? Sometimes you just got to get a cohesive unit that works together. I mean, that's one of the things that Pete Carroll really is known for, is not getting these big names and these splash players, but getting players that have talent that can work cohesively. You know what I mean? These players can work cohesively and get something done. Look, I've seen the biggest guy in the club get knocked out by the smallest guy in the club. It's not always about how big, how fast, how you are. It's about how fundamentally sound you are. And that's real talk. You know what I mean? My high school team went undefeated. We didn't have the best players. We didn't have the fastest players. But what we did have was a head coach, rest in peace, Coach Roach. We had a head coach who knew how to prepare us, how to get us to play together, how to get us to play as one unit. You know what I mean? And as we as we learned to play as a unit throughout OTAs in high school, which is the summer ball, as we learned to play together, bro, we became untouchable the whole season. There wasn't a weak link on our line, offense or defense. There wasn't a weak link in our backfield. It wasn't a weak link at quarterback. Wasn't a weak link at wide receiver. The defense didn't have a weak link in it. There was no chinks in the chain. You know what I mean? Kinks in the chain. I'm sorry, I didn't mean chinks. Kinks in the chain. There was no kinks in the chain. So when we played, it looked real fluid. You know what I mean? Even the second string, third string guys knew how to get their job done and where to be and how to play. So for me, it's not always about grabbing the biggest, fastest, most expensive player. Sometimes you just got to get them core players, the ones that you can feel, the ones you feel like you can mold and shape and turn into something spectacular. You know what I mean? A diamond ain't a diamond when it's first founded. It needs a lot of pressure, a lot of work to become the gem that it is. You know what I mean? I know never to fall in love with a player, but we just got Geno, and bro, if we draft a quarterback and push Aiden to third string, it's gonna really suck because we don't really give him a real chance. We gave AOC all the chances, man. We gave him all the chances. We let him play. The reality is, he's not it. He's not a starting quarterback. He is a backup. And that's what he's going to be in the NFL, is a backup. And if he gets pushed to third string, he's going to the practice squad. And that's just the reality of it, man. I'm not trying to sugarcoat anything. I'm not trying to be hard on nobody, but that's just the reality of it, man. Real talk. Medi. What up, Medi? What's good with you, man? He said y'all love to fall in love with mediocre QB play. I blame Carr for that. Hey, look, AOC can't even shine Geno's shoes, man. AOC can't even shine Geno's shoes, bro. Geno is leaps and bounds ahead of AOC, man. Yeah, Stokes is a former first-round pick for Green Bay. He says they blew their wad on other players, so here we are. Hey. He said, okay, we can have a brotherly debate how first year a game away from the playoffs and never got a real starting job. We could have the friendly debate. When was we a game away from the playoffs? With AOC? Nah. Not even close, bro. Not even close. We wasn't no one game away from the playoffs. I'm sorry. We ain't been one game away from the playoffs in a long time. You know? He says, I think Chin might be our baby Cam Chancellor. It's a strong possibility. It's a very strong possibility. See, the thing about Chin is a very versatile player. You know? He's a very versatile player. He can play safety, corner, and linebacker. That's versatility. You know, you can design plays where he looks like he's lined up as a safety and he drops into line and he comes down in linebacker coverage, or you can line him up as a linebacker and he ends up dropping into safety coverage. It's a lot of things you could do and design with him. So I am very happy with that addition. If you go and look at the Commanders' defense last year, they schemed it well for that kid. They schemed it really well for him. So says it's not the nation's fault, but it always happens. He's going to go somewhere else, take someone's starting job, and get to the playoffs. and we be crying after. Look, I'll never cry. I'll never cry about somebody winning. I don't have faith in AOC ever taking us to the playoffs. I don't, especially not a Super Bowl. So for me, I'm not hurting. We could trade him tomorrow and it wouldn't bother me. We could literally trade him tomorrow and it wouldn't bother me, man. Wouldn't bother me, not even the slightest, bro. So, you know, everybody's got their guys. You know, I haven't been attached to a quarterback that played for us since DC. You know what I mean? And I'm not gonna do that again, bro. I'm not gonna do that again. I like DC. I still like DC. I appreciated what DC did, but let's be honest. AOC is not DC. He's not even close to him. So he was like, "Oh, he's got these wins. He's got these wins." Yeah, but who's the all-time winningest quarterback for? You know what I mean? Who's the all-time winningest quarterback? It's not AOC. Who's thrown the most touchdowns for us? You know what I mean? It's not AOC. So, Billy Davis, what it do, man? Blessings to you. Hope all is well. Aiden, he ain't it. End of story. Yeah. He ain't it. End of story. You know what I mean? Raider P says Chin is a linebacker with a sharp talent as a strong safety. Dude plays off the line even better than Morik. Yeah, he does. I watched a little bit of film. Like I said, I watched a little bit of the Commanders' defensive film, and I saw how they utilized him. You know what I mean? And how they schemed up defenses for him to succeed. And I like it. I like it. Said in 2023 we were supposed to beat the Colts in Denver, and we got in, and we lost to Minshew. Yeah, but that had nothing to do with AOC. If I'm not mistaken, that had nothing to do with AOC. That had nothing to do with AOC. AOC wasn't even here, I don't think. Or was he? Yeah, he was here. Was he here? He might have been here. But even still. Hey, yes, he was. Hey, look, he's not DC, but he was better than Jimmy and Minshew. I don't even know if he was better than Minshew. Truthfully, I don't even know if he was better than Minshew. Jimmy G, yes, of course. So who do you think we'll get at 6 in the draft? All right, so Billy Davis. I said this earlier on Raider Ben show. I'm gonna say it again. And it's probably gonna upset a lot of people. If you ever seen the movie Draft Day, remember he wrote the name on the piece of paper, folded it up and put it in his pocket, and it said the Lavonte Davis, no matter what. I think that's what Tom Brady has already done. He's taken out a piece of paper like this. Took out a little piece of paper like this. He wrote a name on it. He was like, boom, 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 boom. He folded it up. He put it in his wallet. And that's that. And the name on that piece of paper is Shedeur Sanders. He wrote down Shedeur Sanders no matter what. That's the reality of it. We can talk about what we want. We can talk about what we think we're going to get. But the reality of the situation is Tom Brady has already made up his mind. And he has made up the mind of the front office. And the consensus across the front office is Shedeur Sanders at 6. And it makes tons and tons and tons of sense. You know what I mean? It makes all the sense in the world, bro. Makes all the sense in the world. People say, oh, next year's quarterback class, it should be better. But we don't know that. Those that are projected to go into next year's draft might not make it to next year's draft. Now, heaven forbid any of them get injured, but that's the reality. So you can't sit around and wait another year. Just, it won't. Brady's has Sanders at 6 in his office, and folder also in his keychain and his pillow. Sanders at 6. Hey, look. Hey, you ain't wrong, Ja. You ain't wrong. Man, I hope you're not starting to feel what you're saying, though, Dirty. Damn, though. Bro, his last name is gonna demand a lot. See, that's the problem, man. It's not about his last name. See, that's why people hate on Shedeur so much, because of his daddy. And this is why I said I would never name my son Junior, because I don't want him to be blamed for the sins of his father. And lo and behold, Deion names his kid Shedeur and Shiloh, and not Deion Jr. like he did the oldest one. And these boys is catching all the slack in the world. For what? For being good? For being outspoken? For being positive about themselves? When has it become a crime to be your biggest fan? When has it become a crime to be the biggest fan of yourself? He said if Sanders wasn't Deion's son, he'd be a 5th rounder. No, you're wrong, Matthew Smith. You're wrong. You know what I mean? You're wrong. He wouldn't be a 5th round. Shedeur is the most NFL-ready quarterback coming out of the draft right now. He's more ready than Cam Ward. He's more ready than Jackson Dart. You're talking about a kid who's played behind some of the worst lines in college, but has had good numbers, good production. Look, you can have your opinion and you can feel the way you feel, and I'm not wilding. I'm being honest. And if you really think Cam Ward is the best prospect since Burrow, you don't know football. You don't know football. And that's respectfully, because he's not. I've watched Cam Ward's highlight films. I'm not impressed. And he's nowhere, he's not even close to what Burrow is. It's a sin to mention them in the same category. Joe Burrow is by far way better than Cam Ward. Way better than Cam Ward. Cam Ward is the number 2 quarterback. And I'm not saying that he's not good. That's not what I'm saying. If I had to rate the kid, I'd probably give him like 9.3. On a scale from 1 to 10, I'd probably give him like a 9.3, which is good. But I'd give Shedeur a 9.5. And like I said, it's not that much of a large difference between the two. It's not. But I think, and this is just my opinion, I think Shedeur is more ready up here than Cam Ward is. They're both athletic. They can both make things happen. Shedeur is probably a little bit more accurate, but his football IQ is higher. His knowledge of the game is higher than Cam Ward's. And that's because he grew up in the house with a Hall of Famer, bro. He grew up with a Hall of Famer. He said, tell that Cam Ward analyst to @6 on a panel. Right? Where you look, when you put them in the same category right here, Matthew Smith, Cam Ward is the best prospect QB, best QB prospect since Burrow. You can't put them, he's not. He's not. He's not. And that's what, and maybe I'm wrong for thinking that maybe you're putting them in the same category. But when I see the two names together in the same sentence, it makes me feel like you're comparing the two. And unfortunately, that's like me saying Ezekiel Elliott is the best running back I've seen in baby powder blue since Barry Sanders. They don't play for the same team, but they kind of wear the same colors. That's silver and blue, right? So that's like me saying Ezekiel Elliott is the best running back I've seen in silver and blue since Barry Sanders. And people would automatically assume that I'm tying the two together, right? Michael Pratt and Tom Brady are in this census. Are they the same? Depends on how you're using it. Depends on how you're using it, Matthew. That's the thing about it. It just all depends on how you say it. Now, if you weren't saying that, then hey, by all means, I apologize. But that's how it came across. You know what I mean? It seemed like you was making the comparison of the two with that statement. And honestly, I wouldn't do that. Personally, I wouldn't do that. But facts, we don't even know Sanders makes it past 6. We just saying Brady will draft Sanders at 6 if he lands at 6, which I'm okay with if that fixes our QB problem for the future. Like, and that's fair. That's fair. I'm not saying that that's who we're going to get. Said, where did I say Ward was better or even the same as Burrow? I said since, so better than CJ Stroud, JD, Caleb, May, and Bryce. No, Cam Ward is not better. He's definitely not better than Jayden Daniels. I don't see Cam Ward coming in here and turning the team around like Jayden Daniels did, or playing even close to Jayden Daniels. I don't see it. And I definitely think CJ Stroud is a better quarterback. Look, here's the thing. You got to kind of wait for Cam Ward to get to the NFL and see what he does. CJ Stroud, Jayden Daniel, they set high bars, man. Now, Caleb, May, Bryce, I think he's better than Bryce, but I don't like Bryce. I didn't like Bryce coming out. And I was pretty much right about Bryce. I said Bryce needed to sit behind somebody and learn. And that's exactly what he had to do. He came out, he looked like shit. He ended up getting benched. He learned a little bit. He came back out. He produced a little bit, but it didn't blow me away. You know what I mean? I wasn't like, ooh. Now, Drake May's better than Bryce. That's all day. But for me, just for me, I don't like saying, oh, a player is this, a player is this, a player is this, until I see that player actually do this. Doing it in college and doing it in the NFL was two totally, completely different things. And that's the real reality of the situation. You know what I mean? The reality is you could be a prospect all day long. doesn't necessarily mean you're going to pan out to anything more than a prospect. I see people join motorcycle clubs. They go through the guest phase, they get to the prospect phase, and they never make it past the prospect phase. NFL is the same way. You can be an NFL prospect all day long, but once you get here, if you do nothing with it, that's it. That's it. You know what I mean? And I feel like that's fair. You know what I mean? He said Caleb Williams doesn't touch Ward. Yeah. Caleb actually balled. He did better than I thought he was going to do this year. He did a lot better than what I thought he was going to do. Well, I won't say a lot better. He did a smidge better than what I thought he was going to do, what he was going to do. Now, I'm also one that said there's a strong possibility that Caleb Williams could be a bust. So we got to wait and find out. I think with the new addition of the head coach that they just got, I think he's going to be a whole lot better. I honestly believe he's going to be a whole lot better. Look, here's the thing. We're just talking, Matthew Smith. We're literally just talking. We're literally having a conversation. It's like a debate. You want a guy. I want a guy. You know what I mean? You want a certain quarterback. I just want a good player. I don't really care who it is. My actual number 6 pick is not even Shedeur Sanders. My number 6 pick is Kelvin Banks Jr. if he's still around. That's my number 6 pick. If we're being 100% real, and I've been saying this for days, months, weeks, years, not years, but days and weeks. My number 6 overall pick for me, if I'm GM, if he's on the board, it's Kelvin Banks Jr. I want to beef up this line. I want to not have to worry about some blocking for a very long time. You know what I mean? I'm not too concerned about, you know what I mean, a quarterback or a running back or a wide receiver. If there's nothing up front to block for them, then there's nothing to talk. There's no reason to get in them. No, I'm not feeling Ashton Gentry. I'm not Anthony Estrada, and it's not that I don't think the kid can't play. I just don't value running backs coming out of college into the NFL until I see him play for a year. I wasn't thrilled about Josh Jacobs when we got him. I needed to see what he was going to do. And that's just how I am. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's why I want Kelvin Banks, Matthew, because we need a tackle. We need a left tackle. You know what I mean? An offensive lineman can be a weapon, Raider Pete. An offensive lineman can be a weapon, especially when you have a generational talent that can solidify your offensive line on that side for years to come. Now, Matthew, I'll give you that, right? Mimbu may have a higher ceiling, but here's the thing. He's still got to climb to that ceiling. Where he's at right now, Banks is way better than him right now. That's not to say it won't be that it'll be the same in the future, but right now, where Banks is above Mimbu. And that's why I want Banks as my tackle, because he's ready right now. He's ready right now. And I have doubts about Colton Miller. And if we're not going to go get Cam Robinson, then we need to find a future replacement for Colton Miller. Nah, Matthew, we can't do that. We can't do that. We can't just be taking the higher upside guy, bro. What y'all gonna do? What your Jets gonna do, Matthew? That's the question. What your Jets gonna do? If I remember right, you a Jets fan, right? What your team gonna do? My team's making moves. But what are the Jets going to do? I'm just asking. I'm just asking. I'm just asking. Yeah, Matthew, bro, we didn't had a lot of back and forth conversations here on this channel. I know it's been like a couple of years, you know what I mean? But yeah, I remember you, bro. You know what I mean? I remember you. That's why I don't take what you say as disrespect, because you always been very respectful, bro. You know what I mean? Raider Twine, you don't remember Matthew Smith? Cool cat. He been around for a very, very, very long time, man. You know what I mean? I can honestly say he been around since I want to say Matthew Smith been around since I want to say 100, maybe 200 subscribers on YouTube. You know what I mean? So I appreciate that. Y'all know how I feel about subs, and you know what I mean, and members of channels and people who conversate and things of that nature. You know how I feel about it. I got nothing but love and respect for them, man. You know what I mean? Got nothing but love and respect. Now, I know I smoke a lot of herb, but yes, there's some people I remember, you know what I mean, and there's some people I forget, and it ain't on purpose. But I'm at the 42-minute mark. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put the link out. You know what I mean? I'm gonna put the link out. If anybody wants to come through, share your thoughts or your takes on what it is you may be feeling right about now. You know what I mean? We got about 15, 20, about 25 minutes left, man. We got about 25 minutes left. No O-line means no offense, so I'm with you, Dirty. Hey, bro, that's real talk, man. If you don't have anybody up front to block, bro, it don't matter who you put at the quarterback position. It just does not matter. Because if there's no time for the running back to get the ball and find the hole to hit, you know what I mean? There's no point in running the ball. If the quarterback can't drop back and find a wide receiver open without having somebody all on his back, you know what I mean, in less than 2.5 seconds, then there really isn't any point of calling a pass play. You might as well just snap the ball and take a knee every single time. So I have zero clue what the Jets will do. I'm hoping no Tyler Warren or lineman. Offense, defense. Hey, I hear you, man. But somebody's got to take the offensive lineman, man. Somebody's got to take an offensive lineman, and I'm fine with getting me an offensive lineman that can be here for the next 10 to 12 years and give me some really high valued production and keep my quarterback upright and give him time to make things happen. You know, I'm all about the simplicity of football, man. I don't need this to be a complex thing, you know what I mean? I'm all about the simplicity of football. You think Geno's contract will be north of 40 mil? Yes, I do. I believe Geno's contract will be 3 years, 100. I think I said 3 years, 126 million with 87 guaranteed. bringing his annual salary to roughly $43.5 million. You know what I mean? It's $43.5 million. I feel like that's a fair number for Geno. I think that's a fair number for Geno. I think that's a fair number for Geno. If you're thinking, you know what I mean, that looking at what quarterbacks are going for, looking at his talent, looking at where he's ranked, looking at what he did with a worse offensive line than ours, 43.5. I think that's a fair amount. I think that's a fair amount. Y'all are in a different position. We had a top 3 left guard last year, top 5 center, top 10 right guard, left tackle is set for the future 10 years. We only need a right tackle, which I'm hoping is Jarek Willis. Hey, I hear you. Your O-line was somewhat better. What up, Captain Point? How you feeling, man? Blessings to you. For sure, man. I appreciate you. I hope Coombs plays with the same energy pre-injury. D-line will go crazy if he does. I hope so too. I hope he stays healthy, man. I hope he stays healthy. Shaq Mason is an easy pick for the Brady bunch. I don't know. We'll see. Look, it's easy to say, oh, they're going to do this, they're going to do that, because it's just an opinion. But we really don't know until, you know what I mean, until we get that, until we get them here and we see what they can do, man. Because everybody was so up in arms about Trey Lance being this next guru, this next Patrick Mahomes, this quarterback of the future, and he wasn't shit, bro. He ain't been shit. He ain't gonna be shit. I told y'all that kid was a bust from the beginning, and I said that Frisco was making a horrible mistake, trading away all of that for a kid that is going to be a bust. And I was right. You know what I mean? And I was right. He's a starting QB, so the market is about 40. He said, with our thinking heads from Brady, Kelly, Graham, and Carroll, they get us. If we talking first round, I'm telling you, bro, if we talking first round, it's already made up who the Raiders are taking. We just out here throwing things around. And that's real talk, man. I believe the Raiders know who they want. They're going to get who they want. And some people will be happy. Some people will not. And that's the cold, hard reality. Is we as fans, we want something. Doesn't technically mean that's what we're going to get. You know what I mean? That doesn't mean that that's what we're going to get. We are going to watch them build this team the best way they know how. You know what I mean? We're going to watch this team get built the best way they know how. Real quick, ladies and gentlemen, I want to bring something back to the show real quick, man. I want to bring something back to the show. I'm going to bring back the 20 seconds, man. I'm going to bring back the 20 seconds here. 20 seconds is back, ladies and gentlemen. 20 seconds. Now that I know that I'm not violating any community guidelines, 20 seconds is back. It won't happen all the time and every time, but the 20 seconds is So, free agency opens tomorrow. League year opens tomorrow. I think there's going to be a lot to talk about tomorrow. You know, does Chip Kelly use fullbacks? No, I don't think so. You know what I mean? I don't think he does. You know what I mean? I really don't think that he uses a fullback. I haven't seen him use a fullback. It ain't that many fullbacks in the NFL, bro. I think it's only like 3. You know what I mean? I think it's only like 3 of them. So you said, hey, that was 18 seconds. No, it was 21 seconds, bro. It was 21 seconds. I have a counter on the video. It's 21 seconds. Chip Kelly uses a 2 tight end set. It was great. Keep Michael Mayer. He can block. Yeah, of course. I want to keep Michael. There's no reason to give up on that kid just yet. At Dirty, you think Geno can take us to the promised land? I think he can take us to the playoffs. Once you get to the playoffs, it's a whole new realm. But I think he can get us to the playoffs. I don't know if he'd get us to the bowl. But at the same time, I don't expect just for the quarterback to get us to the bowl. I expect for our defense to play well enough to get us to the bowl. I'm a firm believer that defense wins championship, offense manages games. That's how I look at it. Defense wins championships, offense manages the game. So, you know what I mean? Wild Turkey says I made it just in time for the 20 seconds. Thanks. Yeah, man. I'm slowly getting back into myself, man. I'm slowly getting back into myself. Chip can roll with the crew of small pass catching running backs. Yeah, he can. Look, Chip Kelly is a offensive mastermind, man. All you got to do is put the puzzle pieces in front of him, tell him what he's got to work with, and then let him go to work, man. And then just let Chip Kelly go to work. Look, when Chip Kelly don't have to worry about managing the whole team, he just got to worry about managing the offense, man. Let that man go to work, bro. Get that man a little, you know what I mean? Let that man go to work. Let him do his thing. That's how I'm looking at it. That's just how I'm looking at it. He says, right, our defense shown to beat KC, Baltimore, and it's the offense that needed improvement. Yeah. You know what I mean? He says that ass shaking video needs to be on the NFL televised ads. Hey, I hear you, man. Hey, look. These NFL guys, they take a lot of shit from my show. They take a lot of my takes from my show. You know what I mean? I got a book of takes that I've said, that I've seen ran with 3 days later on ESPN, Fox, you know what I mean, in certain places, you know, that I won't mention because it don't even matter. But you know, I'm a leader. I'm not a follower. I don't follow anybody. You know what I mean? I'm a leader. So I like the takes that I give you are takes that are from my mind, not anybody else's. These are things that I come up with when I'm watching shit, or when I'm analyzing things, or when I'm trying to figure something out. I figure it out in my brain, bro. I don't need no extra incentive, no false additives or sweeteners or anything like that. I just don't. You know what I mean? So, but new league year tomorrow. I think there's going to be a lot of action going down come tomorrow. I believe it is 4 o'clock Eastern time. I believe it opens at 4 o'clock Eastern time tomorrow, which is 1 o'clock. All right, maybe it opens at 1 o'clock Eastern tomorrow. I forget, but I know it opens tomorrow, and it's going to be a lot of news. A lot of news coming out tomorrow. Let's just hope that we're a part of it. You know what I mean? Let's hope that we go out and we get all the guys that we need to get in free agency so that we can just build through the draft from there. I want to get everything buttoned up this week, bro. By Saturday, I want to have all the free agents that we gonna have and start looking towards building our draft board. You know what I mean? Making sure, after our first pick that we line up and get everything else that we need. That's what I'm expecting. But tomorrow, look for your phone to be buzzing a whole lot tomorrow. If you just get NFL news alerts or Twitter feeds and Instagram things, majigs, you know what I mean? If you're registered for those notifications on your phone, expect for your phone to blow the fuck up tomorrow. I would say keep an extra battery charger pack in your pocket because the phones is going all day tomorrow. All day. And maybe I'll be back tomorrow. We'll see. I don't know. I might not. No promises. Y'all know how we do. As always, ladies and gentlemen, 50 billion things on the face of the planet you should be doing. You could be doing. I won't say you should be doing. Things you could be doing. The fact that you allow me to grace your screen for any amount of time is greatly appreciated, more than I can verbally express. As always, no matter how much it rains, you can never stop the sun from shining. Raider Nation, fuck who hates you. Who fucking loves you? Go get your sunshine, man. Hey, look. And my final one, my new one. Even a broken crayon still colors. Raider Nation, man. Love y'all. Y'all have a good one. Peace.